Yes, it's question time. What's up, guys? I'm going to do a Q&A and I'm going to answer the one most interesting question I got this week. I got it on Facebook, I got it on email, I had it in person, and that's Johnny, should I pay for a woman on a date? Very seriously. So I want to talk about this because there is no quick answer to this. I can't say yes, I can't say no. So what I'm going to start off by saying is, if you pick up a woman in cold approach from the street, bars, coffee shops, all right, most of you guys want to be concerned about the street because you follow my stuff, you love what I do. I'm assuming you like natural, authentic street approach. Yes, you want to pay for a drink. Let me just be careful in what I say. Be careful about paying for the whole date, but you definitely want to buy the girl a drink. If you've invited her out somewhere, you would look like a real tight arsehole to invite her out somewhere and then say, I ain't paying, you're going to pay. That's not clever. I know it teaches a lot of that in the pickup community, but that is stupidity. Like I said, you'll look tight. She'll just think you're cheap, and you're not a man of your word. And I actually think it's very sexy, it's very attractive to go out to a woman, talk to her, be direct, pick her up, invite her out, and say, come in, what do you want? I'll get you a drink. I love doing that, I feel empowered. So don't be stupid, don't take things to the extreme. Don't say, well, I'm not buying a woman a drink because then I'm going to lose value. That's not true. However, if you give her the impression that you're going to buy her drinks all night, you're going to buy her shoes, you're going to happy to pay for everything, and you're doing it because you want her to like you, you are an idiot. You are an idiot. You'll go into a provider box and the woman will walk all over you. Now, I've done both things, so this comes from experience, and I've taught guys how to pay for a date in the right way. So, what are the things to look out for? There's so much to talk about. First thing is the way you do it. If you generally feel, oh my God, if I buy a drink, she's going to think I'm less of a man, she's going to lose respect for me, then it's about, again, how you feel. You communicate what you feel. So I would suggest by saying, you know what, I've invited you out, I'll take care of the first round of drinks. You can get the next one. Personally, I wouldn't use that, but you can use that if you still feel like, no, I'm not budging. I want her to know that I'm not going to be paying for everything, but you at least have to buy her first round. Or if you go to an ice cream bar, a milkshake bar, grab her a milkshake. If you can't spend £5 or £10 on a woman, then you are in trouble, my son. So go into your student loan, go into your job allowance, your savings, and at least buy her a drink or a coffee or something. This is where it goes wrong when guys start spending and women take advantage. Now, I'm going to go back to some examples. I've seen cases where guys have taken women out and paid for everything, and then they do it on the next date, and next date, and next date, and I say, how's the date going? Have you progressed? I haven't kissed her yet, I haven't slept with her, but you're buying her every week. What she's going to do is, she's going to recognize that, she's going to box you in the provider box, maybe friends on you as well, and she's going to be happy to let you pay for her. She's going to go and meet some other guy, he's going to shagadelic, he's going to sleep with her, and he ain't going to spend not much, you might buy her a drink. So it's not just how you do it, it's how you look doing it, it's how you feel about what you're doing. So to round it all up, so you're not getting confused, you should pay for a first date if you invite a woman out, but it's okay for her to also get you a drink as well. You've got to be flexible, you've got to use social intelligence. So if you invite a woman out for a drink and you suggest it, pay for it. And don't make it a big deal. Don't be like getting your money out, like really showing her, because then you look like an idiot. Then you look like you're trying to buy her. There's a real difference in inviting someone out, paying for them because it comes from love. You want to spend time with them, you're keeping promise, or doing it, look, I'm buying you a drink, this is the sort of guy I am. Then you're an idiot. So don't make that mistake. That's more important than actually paying for the date, is how you do it. Again, this is how I do it. I walk into the bar, I'm very playful, and I say, what do you want? I'll grab you a drink. Easy going, dominant if you like. Then the girl just kind of gets a sense, he's easy going, he's not trying to impress me, he's grabbing me a drink, he's a gentleman. I get myself one, I get her one, I sit down. Now, if you want another deeper psychology, if you want to find out if the girl is just after your money, how to filter out the gold diggers to the girls who are genuine and they're nice, this is what I do. I buy them a drink, and if they don't say thank you, they don't appreciate it, she's going in my bad books, because that's just common courtesy. If I take a friend out, if I buy him a drink or I pay for a meal, he doesn't have to do it for me, I don't give to receive, but I like people to be appreciative. These are my ethics, this is where my value comes from. So I'm sure you guys are similar. So buy her a drink, maybe buy a couple of rounds, and if you're sitting there and she's not saying thank you, put a stop to it straight away. Maybe you don't have to tell her on the day, but then you don't see her again. That's just how I do things. So you definitely have to filter out girls that deserve to be paid for and girls that do not deserve to be paid for. But back to my principle, if you invite a woman out, you should pay for it. because you'll lose value and you will look cheap. If you meet her through a social circle setting where your friend introduced you to her and then you go on a date, then perhaps you go Dutch, you go 50-50, because you didn't really invite her out, you got set up. Or even if you were meeting a girl from online dating and you both agreed, even then maybe you go 50-50. But I would always play it safe as the man, and I would pay for the first date. Now, this is the question: how much do you spend? Do you spend £100? Do you spend £200? Probably not. That's far too much. Absolutely, definitely not. I would say average date I spend on a woman is, God, I'm going to look cheap now. One day someone's going to watch this and say he's a tight git. I spend, I reckon, between £30 to £40, sometimes £20. So I'd say between £20 and £40. I'll tell you why I do that. Because I like to buy myself at least 2 drinks. I like my JD and Coke. I'll buy her 2 drinks. That's going to come to about 20 quid. Then I always like to have a Chinese meal to wash it down. So I'm doing this really selfishly because I want to have a meal and then I'll grab her one. So the drinks cost 20. The meal usually costs about 10 to 15 pound each. What's that? 35, 40 pound. You can afford that if you're a working man. If you're a student, you can dip into your student loan. 35 quid for a woman, it's worth it. If I see again that the woman is not appreciating it, she's being disrespectful, I will fucking call her out on it. I'll speak mine. I'll say, hey, you could have said thank you, you know. So again, I think you're getting more the message, the philosophy, and how to behave as a man, how to take a woman out, than just, is it cut and dry? Do I just pay or do I just not pay? And if I don't pay, she's going to think I'm alpha, and if I do pay, she's going to think I'm a weak man. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. But you have to have your principles in check, and you need to know the type of women you're dating. So, to refine everything I said, invite a woman out for a first date, you do pay for it, you don't pay for every date, and you only pay for it if she is not a gold digger. How do you know if she's a gold digger? She doesn't say thank you, she sits there looking at her nails and her flash bag and her watch, and just having the attitude like, yeah, I expect guys to pay for me. Then you get rid of her. You say, listen, I've got to go, it's not going to work out, a friend of mine's just called. And then you go out, you go on my YouTube channel, and you check out some of the tips on how to meet women, and you meet another woman. So I hope that answers your question. Please don't take anything I said to the extreme, because I do love women. I'm going to keep stressing that point. I love women, I respect women, but I also respect myself just as much. You guys respect yourself. So pay for the first date, don't pay for every date. Make sure the girl appreciates your kind gesture and enjoy the process. Till the next video, leave your comments in the box below. Also, let me know if you go on a date and how my advice worked out for you. I love hearing successful stories. If it completely balls us up, I still want to hear it, because we can learn from it and we'll know how to do it better next time. Till then, enjoy.